this momentarily from the sideline. In the backcourt matchup tonight, Brent, definitely high-powered at the point guard position in particular. Much more scoring expected than in decades past.
I think guys have the green light, Kevin, to fire away at the first available opportunity. The offense isn't taught the same way with orchestrators at the point guard position. Now guys are looking to be overly aggressive with their scoring prowess and to try to make plays sometimes feel secondary.
That's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That's his first foul. Mitchell looking it over. Over Jackson. Clock at 4. But Jazz need to get off a shot here. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. And here are the Clippers now. Outside Jackson. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. The Clippers shooting their first free throw of the contest. And the technical free throw is good.
And in a player empowerment era, no greater power move than Kawhi Leonard's last year. Fresh off a Finals MVP with the Raptors, he signed with his hometown Clippers and compelled a trade for Paul George.
Think about that 14-month run where Kawhi Leonard made his way to Toronto, a team that was on the cusp for many seasons. Goes there, wins the MVP and a championship for the Raptors, and then ends up in his hometown of Los Angeles to try to do the same for the Clippers. Now that's getting it done and writing your own story.
Here's Leonard. Outside for Jackson. Pass to George. 6 on the shot clock. And then he jams it down right on top of Bojan Bogdanovic.
Paul George more and more comfortable at creating some offense for himself using the bounce.
Now here's Conley. And the shot is long.
His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
Outside Jackson. Back to George. For 3. That shot is off. And it shoots all the other way. And it's Bogdanovic off the drive. They get a hand on it. It's stolen by Morris. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Stolen by Mitchell. Fast break. Here we go. And it's sent back by George.
Not many guys have the two-way ability of a Paul George. Just as dangerous defensively as he can be offensively.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
And a first time out of the game called for Utah.
And Marcus Morris has raised some eyebrows in the last couple of years, just being a much more efficient scorer.
Jazz trailed by 3. The drive by Mitchell. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. Trying to end the drought. Another miss by Utah. And last season, Marcus Morris's name, one of the hottest on the trade market.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in Marcus Morris's off-season a year ago. A lot of contenders looking to add him to the roster. Handshake deal with the Spurs, switch to the Knicks, and then eventually traded to the Clippers. So grab your musical chair and try to find a seat.
Here's Clarkson. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
Got into the paint and then smelled that he was around the rim and got it done.
And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Outside Jackson. A minute 20 left in the first. Back to Leonard. Just 5 to shoot. Chalk up 2 there. Leonard's got 5 now.
When you're a veteran player like Paul George, you understand that even 24 seconds is a long time. Great patience to wait for that play.
Now, here's Mitchell. No points in the game hit for him.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Top of the key, Ibaka. To the inside. Here's Morris. And Morris throws it down.
And the thing about Morris, doesn't have the big vertical, but tenacious once he gets around the rim.
The drive by Mitchell. Right side favors. Now Clarkson. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
Really good job on the timing of that cut into the lane. The speed that Clarkson has can be a problem for the defense.
Leonard looking around. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And we all know what a tough cover Kawhi has become. The defender got caught in a bad position and is kicking himself for it now.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
And that does it for the first quarter. The Clippers on top. They lead by 4. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Bojan Bogdanovic was a pro in Europe for a decade before he joined the NBA. Croatian sharpshooter says, a lot of players who are happy over there, but I wanted to have another challenge, to play against the best in the world. That was the only thing that was important to me. Guys, he's lived up to that promise.
He loves that challenge, and he's having success. D.A., thank you. A shot by George, wide open. Oh, good with the triple. Jazz trailed by 4. And last season, at least at first, it was a challenge for Ingles to mesh with Mike Conley.
Yeah, I mean, Conley came in to run the offense, which kind of took the ball out of Ingles' hands a little bit. But then Conley goes out with the hamstring, and that allowed Ingles to get back into rhythm, and he's been able to handle that load many times for this group.
Yeah, I'd be aware of Paul George, especially when he's that close. How about that throwdown?
That's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That's foul number 2 for him. And Utah making a change here. Pass to Ingles. Lets it go with a 3. Good on the three-point shot. Ingles has got himself going there. His first points of the game in the deep ball. Up top of Ibaka. Back to Jackson. That shot, no good. O'Neal with the defensive effort. Utah trailing here. Conley with it. Guarded by Jackson. Here's Conley. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his first foul. Clarkson with the ball. He's got 5. Out to Conley. 6 to shoot. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Clippers leading by 3. George looking over the floor. Top of the key, Ibaka. And it's Royce O'Neal with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Greg, who are your favorite players to watch in the NBA?
Well, that's a tough one. You know, you gotta like the guys that have changed the game in some regards, right? Steph, KD, and Giannis. Those are the guys that are just doing things that don't seem normal. Then others who remind you of past greatness. You know, Jason Tatum with Kobe, or maybe an Anthony Davis with the King. And those are guys that I love. And then the other guy, listen, LeBron James. I could watch him play basketball every day. You know, to do what he's done at this stage of his career, I just think it's incredible. And I think our game is in great shape.
Agree on all counts. Takes the 3. The Jazz again can't hit it. The Clippers in the lead. Stolen by Conley. O'Neal with it. He's picked up by Cousins. Mitchell. And the layup's good off the glass.
And man, does Mitchell get buckets, and from everywhere on the floor. A versatile offensive threat.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That's foul number 2 for him. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Left side, George. And the shot falls short this time.
Teammates right now covering up for the type of off performance he's having. In terms of scoring, this has not been his best night.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
An improved free throw shooter compared to his earlier seasons. Nice to see Gobert attack his weakness.
And Utah making a change here. And that Krupp, so they now lead by 1. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. To end the cold streak, Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
If he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
Such determination on the glass. Not boxing out Favors is a huge mistake that you cannot afford to make.
And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. Los Angeles shooting their 4th attempt at the free throw line right here.
And look back a season ago, they did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws.
Up top, Leonard. He's got 8. And the layup is good. Leonard's got the game tied up here for Los Angeles.
And for a player who didn't enter the league with breakdown ability off the dribble, guess what? Kawhi will break you down.
Inside. And stolen by Cousins. 3-second difference between shot clock and game. Now, here is George.
And already his 3rd foul. It's got to be time to get him out of there probably until the 3rd quarter.
The Clippers have looked good at the line. They're perfect in 4 attempts.
With Paul George, it's pretty awesome. You get the whole package. You get great scoring. You get good playmaking and rebounding. You get a defender with active hands. There's a lot of things about Paul George that can elevate everything you do to have great team success.
Here's Mitchell.
So good to see Cousins engaged defensively. Solid at getting his hands up and contesting the shot there.
And as we get into this 3rd quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Down low. Here's Morris. Good. And it's Rondo who picks up the assist. Morris has got his 2nd basket.
Yeah, there's no excuse right there for not covering one of the guys on the floor, and that's Rondo around the rim where he can score.
And here's Conley outside. DeMarcus Cousins comes up with the rebound. And here we go with Morris. Oh!
Paul George dunk contest? Maybe a little over, but I love to see him get up.
And the Jazz call time here.
Trying to snap them out of this little slump.
Well, they can't find the net right now, and all they need, I think, is just to get one to go, get back on track.
Jazz trailed by 6. And here is Conley. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. It's deflected. And stolen by Cousins. And then Cousins with the dunk.
Yeah, Cousins does not mess around in the post. When he's got that kind of positioning, he's going to ram it home.
Feeling it out. On the wing, Mitchell. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact. I mean, simply an incredible postseason performance from Donovan Mitchell. The team went out in the 1st round, but he put the scoring load on his back. One of the best displays of offense I've ever seen in the postseason.
From deep, George. And he's good on the 3-ball. George has got the lead up to 9 now for the Clippers.
Well, great start. Check that box. They've made their first 4 shots, guys, and the offense looking very fluid right now.
You know, Greg, you look at the numbers that Mitchell put up in that series. Simply amazing.
I mean, he was putting up 40, 50-point games like it was nothing. At times, the guy looked unguardable. Truly one of the young stars to come out of the Orlando bubble. Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Jazz trailed by 9. Right wing. Back to Mitchell. Pass to Ingles. 5 to shoot. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
I'm not sure they realize it's not halftime anymore. 4 attempts, and they're still looking for their first bucket.
And And here's Clarkson. He brings it up for the Utah Jazz. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Hey, Greg, if you could coach one team right now, who would it be?
That's a tough one. Clippers, Lakers, Bucks. You know what? I would probably go Lakers or Bucks because you would have an opportunity to coach someone who arguably might be considered the best to ever play the game.
Hammering it in.
It looks like an orange in his hand, and Kawhi tenacious to the rim with that finish.
Right side favors. It's stolen by Morris. And now the fast break. George with the ball. Outside Leonard. Pass to Cousins. Clock at 6. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Jazz trailed by 9. Now, here's Ingles. Back to O'Neal. Pass to Mitchell. And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. 1:22 left in the third quarter. The drive by Mitchell. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And here's Ingles outside. Clippers leading by 9. Here's George. Outside for Rondo. Up top, Cousins. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Count that one. And the Clippers lead by 11.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
.36 left to play in the third. And stolen by Cousins. And now here we go. George. Nobody back. And that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
Man, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
There's 18 seconds left in the third quarter. Favors trying to break free. Another miss by Utah. And George with the stuff.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
Always a good sign of maturity and steps forward when you can take this kind of effort, focus, and concentration on the road to get a win.
Paul George, he's been the guy making... And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Jazz trailed by 15. Now Conley. Pass to Clarkson. A 3. That one, no good. Excellent D there from George.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Here's Conley. He's off on that one. So Los Angeles will take it the other way.
Oof, this has been brutal. I mean, he still hasn't made a single shot. No wonder they're struggling.
Takes it out to Leonard. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
That aggressive mindset of his, Leonard putting it on the floor and drawing contact.
The Jazz making a switch here. So he gets them both. And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Oh, the lob to Gobert. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And sometimes it's as simple as this. Throw it up anywhere near Gobert, and he's going to finish it.
Outside Rondo. Back to George. From outside the arc. Utah with the rebound.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And that's one way to get back into this game. Keep getting him the ball and let him make the shots.
And it's Rondo with the ball for the Clippers. 17 points was their biggest margin. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
I don't know if you push the panic button now, but that's the 4th personal. And he needs to stay aggressive out there. So it'll be interesting to see how he plays moving forward.
Shot clock at 5. Here's Cousins. Gobert with the defensive effort.
Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup.
Out to Conley. In the corner, it's Clarkson. A 3. It's rebounded by Rondo. Clippers leading by 13. In for his 7th make in 14 tries.
So good, so experienced, Paul George can convert the toughest of buckets.
Here is Conley. Leonard with the ball. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That will be foul number 5 on him. The Jazz making a switch here. And here are the Clippers. 15-point game. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That's it for him. He's fouled out of the game.
And he has to take that long, slow walk back to the bench here. He'll watch the rest of this one from the sideline. And guys, this is where their depth really comes into play. They've got such talent at that position. They'd love to have him out there, but they won't suffer much of a drop-off. Give them credit. They've worked hard all game, now looking to finish it.
Oh, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
It's up a 3. The Jazz with another miss.
That's another just bad decision on a night full of those. His shot selection tonight has been questionable at best.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the 4th quarter. Pass to Bogdanovich to stop the run. Offensive rebound. Here's Clarkson. Banked in off the glass.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for Los Angeles.
Their inside game was what secured them to win tonight.
They had their way in the paint, and those are all high percentage shots, but the defense couldn't stop them from getting down low.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Paul George.
Just does a great job of looking for space and then finding it. That's taking advantage of what the defense is giving you.
Pass to Beverly. And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. That's good from Beverly.
And Bones, he stands just 6'1", but Patrick Beverly rebounds like a forward.
The fact that he's going to bring it mentally, GA, I mean, that's the huge advantage. I think if you're in the opposing locker room and you know you're going to get on the floor, Patrick Beverly is going to be right in. You'll be too worried about him from three-point range, and he shows us why still. I expect him to make one of those.
High post Cousins. Back to Beverly. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
The three from George. Misses there. So the Clippers winning this one easily. A resounding victory.